know why they couldn't get changed yet.
Right. So they had the full makeup thing going
They
then.
had the full makeup thing.
Right.
The costumes were basically handmade, but like Gene had a shirt with a skull, leather pants, Ace had sneakers that he put glitter on. And every time he'd walk, you know, you'd see a trail of glitter.
Follow the glitter.
You know, from 23rd Street up to. But, you know, they started playing and they're just awesome. They just blew us away.
Wow.
And I said to, you know, Sparky, I said, these guys are going to be big. These guys are going to be really big. So then we went on, and naturally everything was fucked up. The bass player was drunk. He trips on the cord, pulls out the electricity, so all the lights go off. Somebody's trying to find out how to plug it in. The amps sound like shit. You know, we're trying to get through this.
And you're following Kiss.
Wow, yeah, we're following Kiss.
Now, did Kiss have a sound guy, or they
Kiss
just
had a sound guy.
They had everything going?
Yeah.
Wow. We were saying that with Bobby, man, that the sound guy is like the fifth member of every band.
It was the guy, Eddie Solon, who had the studio up in the Bronx where they used to rehearse. And, the recording studio, so they did a lot of demos up there.
Was that their first official gig, or was it just...
No, they were doing the stuff in Amityville at the Daisy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But the first official New York gig.
That was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
They opened for the Brats.
They opened for the
Unreal.
Brats.
I seen you know what? I think I've seen on the internet like flyers and stuff made for that show. Did you play a couple of gigs with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Then if it wasn't that show, then I've definitely seen like the flyers with the Brats on it with Kiss.
There was one from the Diplomat with the Brats,
Right.
Planets, Brats, Kiss, and the Planets.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know who the Planets are, but that's Binky Phillips' band. Binky Phillips is a really, really hip guy who was the only person back then who owned a real Les Paul he bought from Rick Derringer. And he was really good friends with Pete Townsend. When the Who played the Opera Hall, Metropolitan Opera Hall, Pete Townsend threw him his guitar at the end of Tommy. And this guy Binky caught it because, he was friends with Pete. And Pete saw him in the first row, threw the guitar at him, and
wow.
He still has the guitar. He had it fixed.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah, man. Of course.
But
it's amazing. Like I'm just sitting here listening to all this, like the name dropping that you're doing, and it's just like it's the history of rock, man.
Yeah.
Well, it was, back then the New York scene was so tight. Everybody knew everybody.
Right.
Everybody would go to Max's. You go there at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They'd have all the food left over from the night before set up. So everybody could eat.
Damn.
And then go back at night. If they knew you, they let you in. You never paid.
Right.
So, you'd see the bands.
But even back then, what was it, like $2 to get in?
Yeah, yeah.
Unreal.
So you had Kiss opening for the Brats, and you guys shared the same loft space too, right? You guys for a while.
No, we didn't. Just they had their loft on 23rd.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys had.
We had. It's funny because where they had their loft, that's where the Dolls were auditioning drummers.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
In the same building. And we did it. There was also a cable TV studio on there that we did a lip syncing to the record.
And then you guys also, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, you tell me that Arthur had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
That became your girlfriend. That
Yeah.
became Dee Dee Ramone's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That tried to cut off something
That
from everybody.
Uh,
She was Connie Grip.
that's the one with the knife stories and
Yeah,
stuff?
the cut. The cut.
I saw that Dee Dee documentary, and they were talking about her.
Yeah.
And, wow.
Yeah, she tried to kill Dee
Everyone.
Dee, and she tried to kill Arthur.
Yeah.
Did she try to kill you?
No. She left me on New Year's Eve because this guy had dope and he had a limo and he had a bunch of dope. So she leaves me.
It's the same sound as last night. Ain't
Yeah,
it?
man. That's so funny.
This is too much.
It's probably her.
No, it's not. Oh God, I kinda see in the grave.
So how long did the Brats? How long did you guys do it for? Like,
Brats were from '72, and I stayed with them to '78. Can't talk now. I'm filming a show. Okay, I'll call you back. I can't talk right now. I'll call you right back. I can't talk right now.
all right, so we'll just get back into that question. So then we can just like
Okay,
move
yeah,
from
yeah.
there. So the Brats, you saying they how long did you guys play for?
We're from '72 to about. I left in '77 or '78.
Finally, I'm born.
Yeah. Oh.
Right?
We played your
Yeah, right.
You didn't know it.
No, I didn't even know yet. That's so funny. Now, from the Brats, is that when you started getting into the Corpse Grinders, or did you do stuff in between that?
Well, the Brats went through a bunch of changes. I mean, it started out 4-piece, then we got a guitar player who looked exactly like Ron Wood, but played like Jeff Beck. He was with us for about a year, then he left. Then we got another bass player and a guitar player who in this band, Haystacks Balboa, who had
What a name! I love it.
they had an album out. The guitar player looked just like Leslie West.
Oh,
He
wow.
sounded like him. And they had an album out in the '60s. So when we were in Amsterdam, we're looking at record stores and we saw their album and we go, this is Mark and Mark. Wow. Cool, you know.
Right,
First friends we knew that actually made it.
right.
So then, towards the end, we needed a bass player, so this guy Joe Guido, who was in a band Koala, they had an album out on Capitol that pretty much didn't do much. He said, well, you know, I'll join the band, but if you take me, you gotta take my guitar player, who was Scott Sheets.
Okay.
So we played for about a year and a half maybe with Scott and Joe, but they never wanted to travel anywhere. We had offers of gigs. We did one gig in Boston. They never would go there again. You know, there was a popular club up there, Katie's at the time,
Right.
and then we wanted to play the Rathskeller, the Rat, whatever. They wouldn't go up there. They didn't want Dom, Keith, sorry, Dom, Keith. He never wanted to go out of New York. Everything was, no, it's too far. I can't drive there, you know.
It's amazing that just how things like it doesn't change. You know,
Little things, people make little things big things.
always, man.
I remember sitting in an office of this management company who managed the band Riot. You must, I don't know if you're familiar with them, heavy metal band.
Yeah.
They had an album out live at Donington Festival.
Right,
You know how many people come
Can
to
imagine.
right.
Yeah.
100,000, 200,000.
The sea of ugly, I always call it when I see those shows,
Yeah.
man. It's just fucking unreal.
Horrible,
Yeah.
especially if it rains.
Yeah, then it's really wet and ugly.
So we're sitting there in the office with the managers, and the guy's saying, you know, this thing punk is big in England. We'd like to manage you guys, put you on tour for a couple of weeks with Riot. You gotta get rid of those suits though. Because Joe worked at Barney's and he used to get these suits at the wholesale price.
Right.
So he wanted the whole band to wear suits. But like when Lee Childers was taking pictures of us, he said, "I feel like I'm taking a Sears catalog photo." You know, you guys look
J.C.
like,
Penney.
you know, what's
The
with the
family out.
suits? They weren't even cool suits. They were like pinstripe suits.
Right.
Keith had a white suit. I said, "Fuck the suits," you know. I wore a leather jacket, a leather pants.
Good for you.
You know, that was it. No shirt, nothing. You know.
Right.
They'd always get pissed. When are you gonna get dressed? I am dressed. Get used to it. You know, we're a band. We're not a fucking models. You know.
GQ.
Right?
Yeah, GQ.
Unreal.